Hello and welcome back, YouTubers and Mavericks alike. I'm your host, Protomario, and today, first and foremost, who is this man? What is this art and where did it come from? Well, I commissioned an artist to draw me a picture that's very similar in nature to the Chessmaster picture that I use on my Twitter. I've always thought of myself as somewhat of an old man like that. Even though I don't necessarily look the part right now, I'm sure I will grow into the role just due to the simple fact that we all age. The artist's name is Mosby. I'll throw their Twitter up here. As soon as I saw this style, this artistic style, I instantly thought original Pokemon. Original Pokemon. And I had to have a picture of this done for my channel. And you just noticed that my profile picture has changed on multiple websites. They haven't all been changed over due to the fact that, you know, it takes a while for some websites to change your profile picture. For whatever reason, especially YouTube, they will be changing within the next few days to week. Hopefully everything will be changed over completely. I've had issues with Twitch as well, but expect to see this as my profile picture. Now, I need to emphasize and show off this profile picture a little bit more than what you just see on the profile, because it's kind of hard to see exactly what's going on. But basically, to explain this, as someone had asked me to explain it, the Chessmaster playing chess, and Pokemon is like chess. It's a more advanced version of chess, but what it boils down to is you moving a set piece and your enemy using a set piece and moving their set piece and using these actions to overcome each other. And on the field, we have a Blastoise and a Charizard versing each other. And in the background, it looks to be a shadowed out Venusaur. I like exactly how this was done. The pawns are Pokeballs, and you can see that there's a Mega Evolution bracelet on and a Z-Move bracelet on as well. Couldn't be happier with the commissioning. Now, on to the next part of the video. We're going to be talking about an Ask Me Anything. Now, a lot of people have come to my channel recently, and they haven't known me for a while. Some people have been here since 2010. Some people have been here since 2012. Some people have been here since 2015. It's now 2017. And I wanted to talk about myself a little bit while trying to remain humble. I know what I'm capable of and I know what I've done in my life. So without sounding arrogant, I don't necessarily think I'm better than anyone else, but I know that there are people who are always worse off than me, and there are always people that are better off than me in the world. So I'm kind of in the middle. How's that for an explanation? Let's begin with some of the tweets that I've gotten when I asked people to ask me anything, and yeah, we'll go from there. Beginning with Onyx, the gaming machine, a food that you could eat for the rest of your life. Let's just say a genie came out of nowhere and granted me a food that would never make me fat and also never end. I could eat this food limitlessly and have no repercussions from it and gain all of the benefits from it. Salt and vinegar potato chips, hands down, and or garlic bread. Can't even question it. Just got to. If I could get an endless bag of salt and vinegar chips and not get extremely fat from eating more than like 20 of them at a time, yeah, that would be awesome. So my favorite Pokemon fan game, this isn't necessarily a fan game, but I absolutely love Pokemon Vietnamese Crystal. A long time ago, I did a playthrough of it and the audio was horrendous and there was ridiculous things with it. I didn't make the best thumbnails either because it was just an LP. It was just silly playthrough I did. But you can see some of those highlights over on my Twitch if you're curious about that. It's Pokemon Vietnamese Crystal. Oh, it's a legend in the Pokemon community, and I played through it all the way till Red and beat the game entirely. So that's a crowning jewel and achievement that I've achieved that I don't think a lot of people in the entire world have achieved. Do I play Pokemon Go? Absolutely I do. I love me some Pokemon Go. I have been very critical of the game, but that doesn't mean I don't like the game. It's just like with Destiny. There are ups and downs with the game. I'm very critical of it. People say, well, if you hate it so much, why do you play it? I don't hate it. I promise you, if I hated the game, I wouldn't play it, and you would know it. But I do like Pokemon Go a lot, and I've played it quite a bit. My least favorite Pokemon, I mean, design-wise, the ice cream Pokemon and Klefki, I don't like the way they look. That's not from a Gen 1 perspective. I think Voltorb and Electrode are funny looking and silly, but I don't think they're designed well either. So there you go, from Gen 1 all the way up to whatever gens. There are other Pokemon that I don't like from a design point of view, like Electrove, Megmortar, Tangrowth, Magnezone. Oh my god, I just can't stand those design types. I don't know why, I really don't like them that much. I think Onyx is probably one of the worst Pokemon you can get in Gen 1 as well. I don't think he's the worst, but one of the worst, so there you go. I mean, I could make a list for days. There's almost 800 plus Pokemon now, so there's quite a few. What made you start showing your face in vids? I've never once confirmed that the person who appears in my videos is me, just to let you know and keep you guessing. I'm not really sure why I wanted to start doing skits, why I started recording skits in the beginning. I think it's because I wanted to change my channel and progress it a little bit further, if you get my meaning. Channels are going in a certain direction, and if you don't change and switch things up in your life, then you end up being forgotten, because the only people who like you is that cult following you established to begin with. Are there any theories you feel that you have made that may be false now? It's hard to keep track of all the theories I've made. I've almost made 300 of them, so there very well could be several of them that have been proven to be false. But then again, I do address theories made by other people. I think the worst theory I've ever done was that somebody had offered and asked if I could look into Weeping Bell being inspired by Krusty the Clown. And while it's silly, I can see the similarities and maybe the inspiration, but at the end of the day, it was just a theory I addressed and looked at. There's some theories that I somewhat regret looking at, like how trainers go to the bathroom and use toilets, and these are interesting questions because you never really see it in the anime, you don't really see it in the game, even though there is very, very minimalistic proof to show that yes, there are. It's kind of like the question with, where does your mother sleep if there's only one bed and it's upstairs and it's your room, right, in the house? So these theories are silly, and at the end of the day, they're just requested of me. They're not my own personal theories that I created. What is your favorite Pokemon generation / game? Hands down, Pokemon Crystal Generation 2. Pokemon Crystal introduced moving sprites, which was excellent. I absolutely loved the color that was introduced as well, and it was specifically made for the Game Boy Color and introduced the ability for a post-game Kanto, which is, I love Gen 1 and I love Gen 2. I'm not super keen on Gen 3. I do like Gen 4 a lot as well. Do not like Gen 5 whatsoever. I loved X and Y and I loved Sun and Moon. So Black and White and Black and White 2, they were not something I liked, which is really strange because I do live in America. Do you like the memes I make of you? Yes, SS Job, I do appreciate the memes that you make. They are very, very funny and enjoyable. Who's your favorite character from Pokemon? I would say either James or Giovanni. I think both of those characters are very interesting. You know, writers write them a certain way, so depending on how you feel. But I think James is just hilarious, especially early on. I mean, with the rose, the bottle caps, the comedic appearances, and I mean, he's silly and funny. How tall am I? 6 foot, roughly. Sometimes I'm 5'11", sometimes I'm 6 foot, which means I'm pretty in between. Am I part Mario? No. Actually, I probably have 0% Italian in my blood, so not Mario. Not Spanish, so no Mario there either. I was born in Germany, and I lived in Germany for about 4 years, and then I came to America and I was naturalized as a citizen, so that's why my English is kind of strange at times, and that's why I have a speech impediment. So there you go. If you could have any Pokemon as a pet in real life, what would it be? That's difficult to answer because, like, you could have the legendary Pokemon. I mean, if it came down to just because of power, Arceus or like Mewtwo or something crazy like that. But just to have like a Pokemon pet, probably Charmander, Squirtle, or Bulbasaur, or Pikachu. I love a lot of the Gen 1 Pokemon. There's no questioning that. But I do love a lot of the Pokemon. So really just any Pokemon would be sweet, man. You know, at the end of the day, having a Charizard fly you to work and back would be awesome too. But then again, why would you be going to work if you have a real life Charizard, right? What's your favorite Dreamcast game? Ready to Rumble, without question. I love that series and I played it first on Dreamcast. I do like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater as well and Sonic Adventure. So those games were really great on the Dreamcast. Unfortunately, the Dreamcast kind of died out when the PlayStation 2 released. There'll be a Why It Matters video coming up later on about the Dreamcast and specific release times and why it's important. Chocolate or vanilla? I don't eat ice cream because sugar's pretty bad for you. I think I would have ice cream maybe once a month at best. What's your daily life like? My daily life consists of me waking up, usually getting my daughter off to school. I drive her and drop her off, and then I get to work on my videos. My audio editing and recording usually takes me about 1 hour to fully edit the audio up and be ready to go. Grabbing all the information I need from the stories to actually edit into the video, just so I get every bit of information that I need for the story. And then on top of that, editing editing the video itself usually takes me 4 to 5 to 6 hours straight editing. So I'll take a short break for lunch, spend some time with my love Jen, and then that'll be it. And go pick up Autumn, and then I'll be working through the night maybe. And then I have college. I do online courses for a university where I'm training to become a minister. I already have an extensive college portfolio in my background because I went to a community college and I've also been in the military, so I have quite a few college credits built up. I'll be graduating shortly, but I do that at night as well. I have very little time for myself, so whatever time extra I have, I spend with my family, I spend with my daughter, and I spend fixing up my house. So I rarely ever get to play video games, man. Maybe sometimes way late at night when I'm waiting for a video to process. Sometimes my videos take 30 minutes to process because I process them at 1080p 60 FPS or 4K for you. I try to get the highest settings, the highest quality I possibly can for you, ladies and gentlemen. That's what my life basically consists of. Sometimes I go to jujitsu, usually every Tuesday and Thursday, and work out at the gym while my daughter does jujitsu. That's about my life in a nutshell. And I would like to conclude on that. That's basically a day in my life, but it's pretty depressing and dark. As an individual, I suffer from PTSD, from war trauma. There's been a rough childhood for me due to my mother's parenting, and I don't really want to get into it, but I've had a very depressing and severely sad life. It's not really a surprise why I feel the way I feel and why the way I am is the way I am. If you guys would like to know more about that, I could always do a Draw My Life, but I don't think it would be that popular. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please make sure to share it if you did. Leave me a like, and if you guys want to see more shark head sagas, let me know in the comments below, and I will try and do that for you. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and yeah, I've been your host, Protomario, and I'm signing out. As always, good gaming, God bless, and once again, thanks for watching.